So you decided to become an herbalist, and that's a wonderful calling, as the Bible says that the laborers are few, but the harvest is plenty. So we definitely need more herbalists, and so I'm glad that you are doing it as well. So here are the steps that I would give for beginner herbalists. So first, you want to carve out your space and determine, what type of herbalist you want to be. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So you want to get that started if you can. You can always change it later down the road, but if you go in with your goal, it'll help you get to it faster. So there's different types of herbalists. You can be a home herbalist, which is just predominantly working with your family, and that's perfectly fine as well. You can be a community herbalist and work, with, how I do by word of mouth and just, people referring other people and work that way. Or you can work as a clinical herbalist. You can have your own space where people come and see you and have a client base that way. So I do want to let you know, if you're not aware, that there is currently no certification for herbalists. And that's because being an herbalist is not recognized and it's unregulated. That being said, some do choose to go through the AHG, which is the American Herbalist Guild, because after you complete their program and their requirements of a certain amount of hours of study at certain schools, and then a certain amount of hours with someone who is in the AHG, then you can be called what's known as registered herbalist or RH, and you'll be on their directory and people can find you that way. So that may be an option that you're interested in. Also, think about the way in which you learn best. That may determine a little bit more about your path as well. So, with each of those, I think there's a sliding scale of how much education is needed. And if you do want to work with clientele and have a bigger base, then you definitely want to make sure that you are really skilled before you start working with other people. So, the next thing you want to do is carve out some time to actually dedicate to your craft. So you're going to need time to study or time to work with plants, and you're going to want to do that on a regular basis. Now, depending on your schedule, that may be daily, and that would be great, or weekly, but you're going to need to come up with some kind of schedule to do it, and you're going to have to hold yourself accountable. The next step is you're going to want to get educated. And so everyone is going to need some books to get started, some reading material. So I would definitely recommend some kind of reference guide for plants that you can look at. Usually, they're very minimal, a couple of paragraphs, but that's going to get you started on, learning a little bit more about the herbs. You're also going to want a field guide once you do go and forage to be able to actually identify herbs, especially if you're not familiar with them already. You may want to look into classes, and you can find local classes. I'll have links down below to some of the resources that I mentioned or that will be helpful to you down below. You can also do courses, and you can do those online or again in person. Just depends on you and how you best learn. So some people are not one that can self-study by themselves and just use books. So then you might want to use one of those other avenues as well. And then the next step, of course, is going to be to get yourself some herbs. So I actually really focus on the herbs of the kitchen. And so that way you don't really have to get herbs before you start. You can use what you already have. If you have a small garden growing some culinary herbs, you can start with those. I don't want people to think that you have to go and purchase, the herbs that are most talked about or some of our more popular herbs, but you can start with the ones that you're familiar with and the ones that you already use and love. But I do have a video on where you can find herb suppliers online. I think I mentioned 4 or 5 of them, so I'll make sure I link all of my recommended viewing down below as well, because I do have videos giving you a lot more information than I will do in this short video. The next step is going to be to get some accountability. And so I said that before, but this one's a little different. This is a tip that you might not hear, but I think that it's really good to start following different herbalists. So if they're doing the things that you already want to do and things that you already want to accomplish by following them, seeing what they're doing, you can get much more information from them. And also, it can give you ideas of things that you should be doing or things you might try, recipes, and all of that. So follow them on, Instagram if you have Instagram, and follow them on YouTube. By the way, I do have an Instagram, and I want you guys to follow me down below, so I'll make sure I link that as well. But yeah, following or just seeing what others in the herbal space are doing can just, really give you a sense of community if that's not what you have, once you log off. The next tip is going to be get some friends that are also herbalists. So you can actually look online, and this is what I did. Look up your particular city, or if you live like in a smaller city, maybe look at a more populous city. And so for me, I looked in Memphis, and there was like a, local community that meets up like with plants or etc. You want to look up any kind of groups or anything like garden groups or a place where you can find that community. You can also do that on Facebook and find some local groups as well, but find some local herbalists as well that can help you along your journey, and you can, actually go to little classes and whatnot around you. And also look out for local events. Once you find that little regional group, they'll probably have monthly meetings, and you can join up that way. But I really want you guys to immerse yourself in learning, immerse yourself in the herbs. And I hope that these are actionable steps. So if you are still sitting on the fence and saying, I want to be an herbalist, but you haven't made the steps towards doing so, hopefully this video helps you and gives you the step-by-step that you need to do on your journey. So if you made it to the end, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.